Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News Channel. Today, we're going to talk about three new cryptocurrencies, small caps, that have a lot of potential. At least, and I'm going to explain why they have a lot of potential. Last time I had my top five. These are three different ones. We've talked about them on the stream, but I'm going to mention them specifically. And because these all have partnerships, or they have like some kind of investment or like a model of business that I just find very, very good for the future. The first one is Shinfin. Shinfin has some kind of partnership with R3. I'm not exactly sure what the partnership with R3 is, but they are going to use the Shinfin blockchain. Shinfin is a very, very small crypto. There's been a couple of shills on the channel as well as around the internet, so I'm wary of that. But I actually did check up. They do have a partnership with R3. It looks like that's confirmed. And R3, the partnership with R3 and Ripple may not push Ripple's price. I mean, XRP may not push up XRP's price much, but XRP already has like a $12 billion market cap. Shinfin only has a $5 million market cap. That's over 2,000 times less. And large partnerships for small coins tend to push up small coins a lot more than large partnerships for large coins for obvious reasons, because it's much more of a bigger deal for smaller coins to get that first big partnership or second big partnership. And it takes a lot less money to actually start pushing up a smaller coin. So Shinfin R3 partnership, definitely something to look at. Now, before you invest in any of these three coins, do more research into these three coins yourself. You want to have a deeper understanding. Check out their communities, check out Reddit to see what they've actually have in store. And also always take that Reddit community information with a grain of salt, because Redditors are going to be fanboys of this coin. So you got to watch out for that. Don't want to trust the fanboys fully. Just get the information and see if you want to invest in these yourself. So the first one, Shinfin R3, only $5 million market cap. Looks like it could be a good bet. So the next one I'm going to talk about is a little bigger. It's AUGUR, and its symbol is REP. Now, it has a $90 million market cap, so it's not like that small, but it's still rank 55. It's less than 100 million in market cap. The trouble with this one is I don't really know what the total supply is because it doesn't list it. The circulating supply is fairly low at only 11 million, so it does have a lot of room to grow, but we don't really know what the total market cap is, total circulating supply is, so they could actually release a lot more coins into the ecosystem as necessary, and that could screw up your investment. So that is something to actually be aware of. It has a decent amount of volume, but the thing is, what Euger is, what REP is, it's really like a skill prediction market, which, bullshit aside, it's gaming. It's gambling. Let's just make that clear. It's basically, you can bet on anything. You can bet on, will Trump win the next election? Will Justin Trudeau will Justin Trudeau actually be the prime minister after the next election? Oh, by the way, the answer to that, according to the prediction markets, is he has a 67% chance of remaining the prime minister, if you're interested. Who's going to win the next NFL football game? Who's going to win the Super Bowl? So you can call it skill gaming or game of skill all you want, kind of like FanDuel and DraftKings, and that's actually important to this particular coin. But realistically, it's gambling, okay? And that is actually a positive for me, because I know that people will want to gamble on this stuff. And this is a very, very attractive sector. And, while for other mainnets and platforms, I'm like, will people actually use it? Like, that's always one of my ongoing questions. How are you going to get adoption? For like essentially what's a prediction market or a gambling platform, I don't actually need to ask that question, because I know that as long as you have something to bet on, people will come and bet on stuff, especially if you have like obscure things, because people can't get enough of gambling. It's like probably the world's third oldest profession or hobby behind prostitution and probably slavery or something like that. So the world's like oldest professions are not like morally correct, not really like morally, I guess, correct occupations, but like if you're talking about investing in like a new gambling platform on blockchain is about the safest thing you can do, unless you're worried about regulations. And that's actually going to play a big part in it. And that's why I think DraftKings and FanDuel, like the precedent they've actually set, is actually going to be very, very important for REP. Now, DraftKings and FanDuel, they were actually called gambling by the state of New York a few years ago. But then I think they got some lobbyists to write a new rule for the state of New York saying that there's some kind of exception for games of skill and they weren't considered gambling anymore. And REP can definitely make that argument. I also have some confidence in REP because they got listed on Coinbase already, which means they're compliant, and they're getting listed on Binance.us, and both of those are very, very regulation compliant. So I'm guessing Euler doesn't really, or REP doesn't have that much regulation trouble. So if it doesn't really have any regulation trouble and they can legitimately run what they call a prediction markets platform where you can basically gamble on anything under the sun, I can definitely see it being successful. Once again, the circulating supply thing bothers me because I don't know what the total supply is, but if they keep the circulating supply fairly low, I can see this shooting up to much more than $8 per coin. So REP, another smaller one you want to look at. The third one is Breadcoin, BRD. Now, the only reason I would actually look at Breadcoin is because they just got a investment from Ripple Labs. Yes, the XRP people, Ripple Labs. Ripple Labs, it wasn't a huge investment. They invested 750,000. Xspring. It wasn't Ripple Labs, sorry. Xspring invested 750,000 in BRD coin for the development. Of course, they want them to develop, XRP features like buying, trading XRP, and storing, sending XRP. Basically, features that Atomic Wallet already has right now. But because it's Xspring investing in them, there's going to be a lot of Ripple fanboys that basically going to use this wallet regardless of how great it is or not. So I do expect some kind of FOMO into BRD coin, and it's only $25 million market cap. It just got an investment from Xspring, which ties it to Ripple and XRP, and there's a huge fan club for Ripple or XRP. So I do see higher adoption of this wallet soon. I don't really know what that does for the price of the coin. I think Breadcoin's kind of just like an incentive program within the wallet itself. But just because of the FOMO, I do expect some pumpage of Breadcoin. So that's why you want to look at Breadcoin, like investment by Xspring, which brings it the XRP army or community or what have you not. REP because it's basically it looks like to be a compliant gambling platform, and we know what the most popular apps are on both Tron and EOS. They're gambling apps. So you can see that there's always a market for that. And Shinfin because they have some kind of partnership with R3. So those are 3 more low cap coins that you really want to keep an eye on. And, might be worth throwing a little bit of money at. Of course, I don't encourage you to throw like the majority of money at these small cap coins, but I do think there is a good chance to make some money off these coins in the future if you really look at their partnerships and the potential they have right now. So that's the video I have for you today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.